Yo, what is up, guys? It's Vince Dog 704, aka Vincent, and I'm back with a setup video. First setup video. I got this old P-Rep board right here, and you can see this was my first wooden tech deck I've ever gotten. I mean, wooden fingerboard. This is my first wooden fingerboard, and it wasn't a bad board, you know what I mean? But the hardware on it, now, it came with P-Rep CNC wheels on it, which aren't bad wheels. But my issue is with the trucks. Now, it came with now this is a 34 millimeter board. It came with, I think, 32 millimeter trucks, but had spacers with the axles that actually go 34 millimeters, so you have to put the spacers in there with the CNC wheels for the wheels to sit on there. And my issue always was with these wheels was the bearings didn't stay in place, so you'd always have to pull the wheel out, or else your nut would be sticking far out, and you know what I mean, it just messed up the tricks and everything. And over time, it eventually stripped this axle out of this truck. So this is a good board. It's just the hardware sucks on it. Now, I would recommend, if you're starting out fingerboarding, P-Rep is not a bad board to start with. It's just the equipment that they give you with the board is not exactly the best stuff to start out with. They start with the China truck bushings, as you can see right here. But today we got some slightly used teak tuning. I got some pink bushings we're going to put on it. And we got this better set of China trucks that are actually 34 millimeter. Came with my teak tuning board that I disassembled. And we're going to go ahead and set this thing up while I talk to you guys. Now, this is my old setup, you know what I mean? I've been using this one as of lately. It's my Bull God, my first one I've ever gotten. And I got urethane wheels on it. These are Opsium, I hope I'm saying that right, Opsium FB wheels, which came with the complete, but I just did not like the shape of the Opsium boards. I could not get down with that. I don't know why I'm using this tool. I got this tool right here. Compliments of Bull God. Now, if you are getting your first fingerboard, Bull God is a pretty good brand to get. But we're going to give this P-Rep second life again. First, we got to disassemble this thing. But yeah, I've just been getting into fingerboarding a little bit more. So the future of this channel is probably going to be going with the fingerboarding angle. You know, I still open Pokemon cards and I still go skate, so you still might see a video or two of those on my channel, but I'm going to try to buckle down with the fingerboarding edits, and we're going to do more videos. I might do a video on how to make obstacles, because I've been learning how to make my own obstacles. This is one of my benches I made, the black and yellow bench. And then I got this homemade rail I made out of I don't even know what this was for, but it's pretty cool. So we're going to try to get this grip off of here. I'm just peeling this grip off this board, and I'll let you look at it here in a second. Now this grip is coming off pretty easy now. Alright, so as you can see, you know, pretty standard shape. Kind of popsicle shape. You know what I mean? Light concave, mellow kicks. You know, it's not a bad board, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? My only issue with the P-Rep is, you know, they make them affordable, so they have cheap parts on them, but the decks are not bad decks. But as I was saying, P-Reps aren't bad boards, you know what I mean? I think they have a pretty good shape, and they're pretty consistent. The only thing is, if you're going to get a board from them, a complete, just know you're going to have to upgrade the wheels and the trucks. Because the CNC wheels were good at first. Don't get me wrong, they were really good. It's just the bearings don't like to stay in place. So I was constantly fighting the bearing, putting it in the wheel, readjusting the wheel. And they just, you know what I mean? You don't want to do that when you're fingerboarding. You just want to trust your equipment. But we're going to give second life to this board right here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We got the 3 tacos on there. Just cleaned it off. Now I'm going to show you this board compared to some of these other boards I have right here. Just to show you it's not too bad. You know what I mean? It's not too bad. Let me readjust that. Alright, so first is the Obsius board, you know what I mean? Which had like a kind of an egg shape. But my issue with this board was I don't know if you could tell where the bolt holes are, but the length of the tail and the nose was really short. So kind of like when you would do your tricks, they wouldn't level out. You would get a lot of rocket flips and I just didn't dig it. And the teak tuning boards, they're not bad, you know what I mean? They're not bad. That's also another good entry level complete that you can get for under $30. If you go on the website right now, they actually got some on sale for pretty cheap if you want to pick up a cheap little. But, you know, compared to this board, you could see the size difference. This has a short nose, short tail. You know what I mean? It's got quick pop. You can pop it high, but it's hard to level out and make your tricks look clean. It's like compared to the Tech Deck wooden series, which I would say aren't bad decks either. You know what I mean? They're also 34 millimeters. I mean, even though the P-Rep seems a little bigger, you know what I mean? They might be 33 millimeter, I'm not sure. But they have a good, you know what I mean, nose and tail, but look how thick it is, you know what I mean, compared to, you know what I mean? It definitely has maybe 7 plies or something in it. But it's a thick board, you know what I mean? And also with Tech Deck, they don't round the edges. You get these square-ass edges on your board. Alright, so we're going to grip this thing. Grip this thing here. So I do my grip in a particular way, if you could tell, you know what I mean? Like, look at my grip on this one, and this is how you're going to do it, okay? You're going to put your grip tape on crooked deliberately. Trick is leave enough board right here where the grip isn't too skinny, or else it'll peel off, you know what I mean, if you're doing. But I try to cover all the holes but one on each side. Got the scissors. Everyone's favorite. So what you're going to do is just you're going to rub the scissors around the edge, kind of form grip tape around it like that, you know what I mean? Now I will say this, if you use the scissors, be careful. You can fuck up the edges of your board. Oh no. So this is kind of rough still, but that's what it should look like at first. Hopefully you didn't destroy your parts of the grip that you shaved off, because you're going to be using those to do the next part. So what you're going to do is you're going to line the line up right here. Like that, you know what I mean? So you got a clean line, and you're going to use you're not going to use the edges you cut, you're going to use the edges that were already pre-cut to make your line straight. You get what I'm saying? You smell me? You smell me? You smell the money? So it should kind of look like this when you do it. And once you have it on there where you want it, make sure you press it down all the way. And you're just going to get your scissors again. And you're just going to go around the edge of the board. Shave off all the extra grip you don't need on there. Yeah, I'm making this whole video off my iPhone. So if the editing in it's not the greatest, just give me a little bit of leeway while I get my... Right now we're in between moving. So I don't have my computer or nothing set up, so I've been relegated to iPhone only. But when you get the cheap grip, it seems like you can just never get the grip job clean because it has a layer of adhesive that doesn't like to cut. But for the most part, we're going to clean this up afterwards, you know what I mean? Clean up these edges, but that's what your board's going to look like if you use the technique I showed you. On a trick on how to do the bolt holes, because I'm not the type, I cannot just put foam over the bolts, you know what I mean? The shit doesn't, I like my shit to look as close to a real skateboard as possible. So what you're going to do is you're going to get an actual tech deck truck. You're not going to want to use like any other type of fingerboard truck for this. So if you have an old tech deck, go ahead and disassemble it and get the truck off and take a wheel off. What you're going to do is you're going to poke the holes in it. So I got the holes. I'm just going to poke them through with this. So they're a little bit more clear. Okay, so once you got your holes punched, what you do is you're going to stick that truck in that hole, and you're just going to press down and twist. Keep twisted. And keep twisting until you get through that foam. And when you get through, it should leave you a perfect little circle like this right there. I don't know if you can see that. But perfect little circle. So we're just going to go through. Now this is the most annoying part of doing grip, in my opinion, is getting these bolt holes. And the bolt holes will make or break your grip job. Now I don't have another set of urethane wheels to put on this, unfortunately. So I got these Teak Tuning CNC wheels, which are a little bit better quality than the P-Rep ones, I gotta say. I never had an issue with the bearings. Now I have had issues where the whole wheel cracks. And I've lost like a chunk of a wheel out. I have a set of Teak Tuning CNC wheels, but the next step is putting the trucks on. So we're going to go ahead and slide these screws through all the holes. And you're just going to want to go in there and tighten them little by little. Don't tighten them all the way down, one screw at a time, you know what I mean? Give each screw a quarter turn and then go to the opposite side, give it a quarter turn until you got it on there all the way flush. Or else sometimes you'll get one side pinched and one side won't screw in all the way, and you'll have a little bit clearance in between your hanger and between your base plate and your board, you know what I mean? But guys, my phone died, so I didn't get to show you the other side of putting on the other truck, but we got it all set up. I put the Teak Tuning bushings in, as you could see, so we no longer got those China O-rings in. And I did a horrible job on the grip. Trying to rush it, but I got more grip. I should have got some more premium grip tape, but this is the China grip, so it has that adhesive that likes it. See, if you get the China grip, when you're trying to do a clean line, there's like an adhesive that keeps the foam on there, and it'll give you bad lines. That's why it's cheap. Sorry, my nose is a little runny. But alright, so here we go. First tee, kick whip. Oh! I don't blame the setup at all. That was just a bad try. This board has a lot more mellow kicks compared to the Bull God, but it feels good. See how well this works. Try blunt slide. Feels alright. Alright, let's see if I can get the kickflip crooks. Here we go. I'm getting used to it. Oh, almost. Oh, that. Boom. And that's the end of the video, guys.